Welcome to the Hungry Realtor Podcast. In this episode, we'll be discussing the top 10 things you need to know before buying a home. Whether you're a first time homebuyer or a seasoned pro, these tips will help you make well informed decisions and avoid any surprises down the road. Before we dive into tips, I'd like to ask our listeners to please like, subscribe, and share this podcast with your friends and family. Also, don't forget to follow at Hungry Realtor on social media and YouTube for more valuable content. Let's get started. Tip number one, the first thing you need to do before buying a home is to determine how much you can spend. What is your budget? You should take into account your monthly income, your monthly expenses, and other financial obligations. This will help you determine the price range of the homes you should be looking at. Who can help you determine your budget? A good lender. And that brings us to tip number two. Getting pre-approved for a mortgage is an important step in the home buying process. It will give you an idea of how much money you can borrow from a lender and at what interest rate. This will help you narrow down your search of homes so you stay within your budget. More importantly than staying within your budget is most sellers will not accept an offer without the pre-approval attached in the offer packet. Now, who can help you put together a great offer? That brings us to tip number three. Hiring a real estate agent can be a valuable asset in your home buying journey. Whether it's me or another realtor, we can help you find homes that meet your criteria, negotiate with sellers on your behalf, and guide you through the closing process. Tip number four. Before buying a home, it's important to research the neighborhood you're interested in. This includes looking into the crime rates, the school districts, and local amenities. You want to make sure the neighborhood is a good fit for you and your family, and you are the only person that can really make that decision. Tip number five. When buying a home, it's important to consider the additional costs of home ownership. This includes property taxes, homeowners insurance, utilities, and maintenance costs. You should budget for these costs in addition to your monthly mortgage payment. You may have heard the term house poor. This is a reference to when somebody buys a home and a majority of their income is going towards the mortgage payment and all the other associated costs I just mentioned. This is not a good way to live because you don't have a lot of disposable income then to, go on vacation, go out to eat, things like that. One way to avoid unforeseen maintenance costs is tip number six, which is to get a home inspection. Before closing on a home, you should get a home inspection. This will help you identify any potential issues the home has before you make the purchase. You can negotiate with the seller to either fix the issues or lower the price of the home if you have a home inspection contingency. Even though I recommend always getting a home inspection, in some instances it just might not be possible. Those instances are when there are multiple offer situations, a lot of competition for the home you are interested in, and sometimes sellers just don't want to deal with having an inspection. So in order to get your offer accepted, you may have to waive it. Tip number seven, the home buying process can be complex, so it's important to understand the steps involved. This includes making an offer, negotiating with the seller, getting a home inspection, and closing on the home. A real estate agent like myself can be your guide through each and every step. Tip number eight is being prepared for closing costs. Closing costs can add up, so it's important to be prepared for them. These costs include appraisal fees, title insurance, sometimes attorney's fees, escrow, taxes. You should budget for these costs in addition to your down payment and other home ownership costs. Tip number nine, when buying a home, it's important to be open to compromises. You may not find the perfect home that fits all of your criteria, so you may need to compromise on certain things. This could include location, price, or condition of the home. I was hiring a contractor to renovate our bathroom, and we were discussing how fast it was going to take, what he was going to do, and how much it was going to cost. He got out a piece of paper and he drew a triangle, and he wrote down price, speed, quality. I wasn't sure where he was going with this, but then he said, Mr. Severance, everybody wants their renovation done as fast as possible with the highest quality and attention to details possible and for the lowest price possible. I want to be upfront with you right from the beginning. I can't do all three, but I can guarantee you I can do two. So if you want a low price and speed, I can't give you quality. But if you want speed and quality, you're going to have to pay a higher price. But if you want quality and a low price, it's not going to be fast. I stole this idea, and it works perfect when I talk to first-time home buyers. I draw the triangle and I put price, location, and condition. And I tell them that we can most likely find two out of the three. We're going to search for all three, but in reality, you're probably only going to get two. So if you want the lowest price and the best condition, it might not be in the location you want. If you want the best condition and the location, then it might not be the price you want. If you want the location and the price you want, it might not be in the best condition. Tip number 10. Finally, when buying a home, it's important to plan for the future. This includes considering your long-term goals such as starting a family or possibly retiring. You want to make sure the home you buy is a good fit for you now and in the future. Does it have room for you to grow? Is there a place for, one floor living if you possibly get mobility issues as you get older? And that wraps up our discussion on the top 10 things you need to know before buying a home. I hope these tips have been helpful for you in preparing you for your home buying journey. Remember, purchasing a home is a big investment, and taking the time to understand the process and your own needs will pay off in the long run. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to reach out to me on social media or my YouTube channel at Hungry Realtor. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this podcast with your friends and family so they can hear this valuable content. Thank you for tuning in to the Hungry Realtor podcast, and I look forward to sharing more real estate knowledge with you in future episodes.